questions. Not many people get to be this close to a cheetah. It's pretty cool. You can see every feature on this beautiful cat. In fact, you might even be able to hear her purr out here. Cheetahs can't purr. They have great motors, so listen and you may hear Alara purring or even see her jawline vibrating. So it's very amazing to be this close to a cheetah. But starting next month, it's going to get even more exciting. And I have to ask, has anyone ever heard of our Cheetah Run Safari event here at the park? I don't think anyone. No one really. I see a hand over there. In the past, we have run our cheetahs here at the park off-leash, out in the open. They chase mechanical lures, and we are the only place in North America USDA approved to do this in this manner. In the past, though, it was a premium product, which means you paid extra, you came in on a weekend morning, and you got to watch one of our cats run. Well, here's the really exciting thing. It's no longer going to be a premium product. Starting in early July, we are going to start running our cheetahs daily with general admission, which means no additional charge. You just come into the park, get that park map. It'll tell you the time of the cheetah run, and hopefully you'll come and check it out because it is absolutely amazing. Our cats are very, very fast. We have clocked them at 60 miles an hour plus, believe it or not. Obviously, again, we can't run fast enough alongside them with a leash, so they run on their own. They chase a mechanical lure. It's absolutely incredible. There is so much to take in. The feet hitting the ground, the stride. One of our cheetahs the other day, we measured the stride 19 feet. So, next question that usually comes up is, why do you have a dog here? Dogs and cats together, that doesn't really go, right? Well, in a nutshell, Hopper's job here is to be a big brother and a security blanket for Amara. Cheetahs by nature are kind of a skittish animal. They're a non-confrontational animal, choosing to run away from conflict 100% of the time out in the wild. If you think about this cat can outrun everything in Africa. They're not built for fighting, they're built for running. So what do you think they do when they're faced with danger? Run away, exactly. They can outrun everything. So we have an animal that's potentially very skittish here by nature. Well, we utilize a dog in different ways. First of all, let me mention we don't have to have a dog to train a cheetah. It will give us some extra advantages. So we don't have to have a dog, but why not give a dog a good home? We get most of our dogs from local shelters. Hopper came from a local shelter. And we pair them together at a very young age. They'll build a bond, a relationship of trust. And so if we ever come into a situation that seems a little weird to the cheetah, what we can do is have the dog go and check it out. Because they have such a bond and such a relationship of trust, the cheetah will actually watch their dog friend go over to whatever it is that might be a little scary. The dog's like, oh, hey, this is fine. The demeanor of the dog will actually rub off on the cheetah. It really does work. How fast can a cheetah go? Really fast. I like that answer. Really fast, he says. That's true. Cheetahs, we generally say, can go 60 to 70 miles per hour. There's probably a cheetah or two out there that can even go faster than that if need be. What makes these cats so amazing is actually their acceleration. They're sprinters. They're the sprinters of the animal world. Everything about this cat, internally and externally, is built for a life of speed. Their acceleration is so amazing, they can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.4 seconds.
You want to
Crazy?
have a close-up pic of you
strides,
with
they
the
can be
cheetah
going 40
background?
miles an hour plus easily. So what makes these cats so incredible is that acceleration. And truly, everything about these cats that you can see on the outside and everything inside is built for this life of speed. Let me just point out a few features on the outside really, really quickly because it's kind of cool to be this close to a cheetah. They're a very lean cat species, first of all. You might notice that with Amara, although Amara is kind of a heftier cheetah. She lives at the bed and breakfast, so she's a bit bigger for a female. Typically, females in the wild get to be about 80, 85 pounds. A large male might be 100 pounds out in the wild. Amara's over 100 pounds. But in general, they're a very lean cat species because they're sprinters. They are the sprinters of the animal world. But you also might notice that for the size of this cat, she has a small head. You guys see her head's kind of small?
Yeah.
And her ear pinnas are really small too. It simply increases the aerodynamic ability of the cat. In addition to that, she has a very long tail. It's not round, it's kind of vertical-like. It works like a rudder to keep this cat on its feet in high-speed pursuits and very quick turns. And another really interesting thing about the cheetah is the foot structure. Amara's going to be making her way around again, so take a look at the head side, take a look at the tail. Most importantly, take a look at the feet, and you're going to notice that you actually see the nails out all the time. This is the only cat that doesn't have a fully retractable claw. To some degree, those claws are always out. So guess what happens? If those claws are always out, they're going to wear down. down a lot more, right? They're not going to be as good of a weapon. All the other cats pull those claws back into sheaths and it makes those claws sharper. This cat can't do that. Those claws are always going to be hitting the ground. They are going to wear down. They're not going to be as good of a weapon, but there's an important purpose for having those claws always hitting the ground. You guys know what it is? Traction, exactly. It's kind of like built-in cleats. Our baseball and football players put cleats on to get better traction. This cat has them built in. So everything about this cat internally and externally is built for a life of speed. There is also, really quickly, I want to point out a distinct marking on the face of a cheetah that will always let you know you're looking at a cheetah. Whether it's a young cheetah, like our youngest animal ambassador, some of you might have saw him out earlier today, Kaburi, he's only 7 months, so he's like this big. Amara at 2 years is full size. They all have that same distinct marking. Guys, we want to make sure we stand up halfway over there in the yellow shirts. Thank you. The reason cheetahs are an endangered species out in the wild, their biggest problem, without a doubt, is loss of habitat and conflict with man. But there is a lot of hope for cheetahs yet out in the wild. It's kind of interesting. Their biggest problem is loss of habitat and conflict with man, yet the solution for this species is also human-created education. There are many amazing programs out in Africa utilizing guard dogs to drive away predators, so that those ranchers don't persecute predators. Instead, they have a guard dog. They put away their guns and traps. So there's a lot of hope for cheetahs. Folks like you being interested is going to make a big difference. So we thank you so much for being here. But when it comes to cheetah breeding, it is a little different than with other cat species, in that it's ladies' choice in the cheetah world. If you're familiar with other cat species, typically the time of year comes around and the female cat will cycle. And female cats are not known to be really picky. A lot of times any male in the area is pretty much going to be okay. It's different with cheetahs. The female cheetah actually has to be interested in a male before anything will ever happen. She won't cycle nothing until she finds an interesting male. So having said that, when we breed our cheetahs here at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park, we abide strictly by the SSP, the Species Survival Plan. And it's basically like an eHarmony for cheetahs. It kind of is. It's telling us which cheetahs should be paired with which cheetahs, which are the best matches. What we're looking for is genetic diversity. The greater the genetic diversity, the healthier the animal. So having said that, let's say we have our female cheetah. This is the one who's going to be in the breeding program. And here is the male that we need to pair her with. Our match service says this is the male we need. This is the bloodline we need. What happens, though, if that male is not very good looking? He's not very interesting to the females. Well, you know, nothing's going to happen. She'll never cycle. Nothing will ever happen. We always joke perhaps that male cheetah is like the Pee Wee Herman male cheetah out there. He hasn't bred a lot, but no wonder why. None of the females are interested in him. Well, we've learned a little trick here. If we do have a male cheetah that's really good looking, maybe he is the George Clooney cheetah out there, and all the females like him. He's bred a lot, but all the females like him, so his bloodline's on hold. We can still use that good looking male cheetah. What we do is let that good looking male cheetah go in with the female, be around her, leave his presence. He gets her in the mood, and then you know what we do? We swap them out. Yeah, we will swap them out. Once she's in the mood, she no longer cares. Pee Wee Herman cheetah's fine at that point. So, it does seem funny, I know, but it has made us one of the top cheetah breeding facilities in the entire world. Again, so we're very, very proud of that. We have also used different things like bioacoustics. There is so much research going on. So again, lots of hope for the cheetahs yet. By the way, our cheetah breeding facilities are over the hills here. Here at the Safari Park, we are about 1,800 acres. Half of our acreage is left in its native state for the native wildlife. You may see some amazing birds of prey overhead today. We have some amazing animals just native to here. But our cheetah breeding facilities over the hills, big grassy areas over there where all the breeding takes place. And again, we thank you all so much for being here. We couldn't do the work we do without you. I know I've been babbling quite a bit here. If there's questions, anything I didn't cover, because I have more information, I can keep babbling. But if there's anything I didn't cover, I'm more than happy to try to answer those questions. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, what did the cheetah eat? That's a great question. Cheetahs really like Thompson's and Roosevelt's gazelle out in the wild. They're meat eaters. They're carnivores. And it's kind of interesting. You know, cheetahs run at 60 to 70 miles per hour. You know why they run that fast? Do they run because it's fun? Like, we go to run for fun? They run that fast because their prey is running away from them 50 miles an hour. They don't have a choice. So they chase down about the second fastest animals in Africa, those gazelles. Kind of incredible, isn't it? But they're meat eaters. But they're not super picky. You know, they'll go after other things too. For any animal out in the wild, the more picky you are, the harder it is to survive. So they're kind of opportunistic by nature. If there's something that's within their size range that they can go after and it's easy pickings, that's probably what they'll try to eat for lunch. Oh, thank you guys.
Good job.
Wow.
Isn't that cool? I was like,
That is so cool.